Hey guys, what's up, folks? Here I am, streaming for you. Please let me know if you can hear me or see me. Hello, Lynn, Lion Hatted, Sue. Yeah, the gang is here. Alex, Alex Avular, I guess. Yeah, that's a Hispanic last name. Sandra, what's up, folks? Welcome back. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, today. Yeah. How are you guys doing today? Good? Hello, folks. Hello. From the beautiful city of Charlotte, in the very beautiful state of North Carolina. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks you want me to go over. Was anyone buying the Tesla dip today? Wow, what a buy the rumor, sell the news. New Jersey, Opendoor. Hello, hello, hello. So where are you guys located at? So I have one person from New Jersey. A lot of people, yeah, on the West Coast, California maybe. Played a Tesla put. Awesome. Georgia. Sheridan is in Georgia. Awesome. The Trade Desk. Cincinnati. Atlanta. Florida. New York City. Texas. Los Angeles. Orlando. Cleveland, Ohio. New York. USAR. Oh, yeah. We'll be talking about USAR. Oh, yeah. That was a beast today. And we got, and when I say we got, I am talking about the members of our Discord in English. We got an unusual call option alert of that stock, precisely. USAR. Unbelievable. Yeah. That thing went up today like, I don't know, like 24%? Something like that. Crazy. Yeah. And Nikisha Thomas, Lili, using up and more. Awesome. Circle, Oracle. Can we look at Reddit? Yeah. You got a call. That's an ugly looking shirt, to be honest with you. Yeah. Okay. So what happened today in the markets, guys? Take a look. A record close across the board. Record close for the Russell 2000 or IWM, better known as the IWM. The Russell 2000 went up today 0.66%. We have the Nasdaq also having a record close up 0.39%. The S&P 500 up 0.06%, pretty much closing flat. And the Dow Jones went up today 78 points or 0.17%. Take a look at the performance, guys, of the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500. It was not a good day. So, if you take a look at the closing of the indices, you can make a case that today was a very good day, but not every single stock went up today. We actually had a negative breadth. Take a look. So the best performing sector today was materials, up 1.19%. Technology, the most important sector out there, up 0.58%. Industrials up 0.26%. But other than these three sectors, the other 8 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500 went down. Not a good day. Take a look at this. Let's take a look at the market movers. What happened inside the Russell 2000, IWM, better known as the IWM? So today we had 1,050 stocks going down and 909 stocks going up. So the index itself went up, but most stocks inside that index went actually down. Take a look at the S&P 500 or the SPY, better known as the SPY. The breadth switch to positive into the closing bell. When I first took a look at the breadth inside the S&P 500, that was around noon, I think, or 1 p.m. We had more stocks going down than up, but then the situation changed. So we had a positive breadth inside the S&P. 281 stocks going up and 222 stocks going down. But in general terms, most sectors closed the day in negative territory. So we didn't have a green day across the board. Sometimes we have them, but this wasn't the case. I always tell you guys about the SPY, and I have something interesting to show you here. So this is my Discord in English. You guys know that as of now I am dealing with two patrons, one in Spanish and the other one in English. In the case of the patron in Spanish, I've been running that patron for more than 4 years, almost 5 years so far. And I ended up starting a Patreon in English because most of you guys were signing up for my Patreon in Spanish. It was a disaster because, I mean, pretty much most of you guys don't speak Spanish. So I ended up reimbursing you the money, and you guys kept insisting on, having a Patreon in English from my end available, and I ended up starting it. So this is our Discord in English. And take a look at these guys. So, in the case of our Discord in English, I am calling out levels of the SPY on a real-time basis. In the case of of Chris Saint's Discord, I've been calling out individual stocks for you guys, and I have very good callouts to show you, but we'll go over that in just a second. Take a look at what I told the members of my Discord earlier on today, before the trading session opened. Take a look at this. Take a look at the time, guys. 7:47 a.m. This was posted today. Take a look at the date. October 2nd. Take a look at this. What did I say at 7:47 a.m. to the members of my Discord in English? $670.40 is a potential level of overhead resistance. I really want to emphasize this because this is an important level, guys. We are testing that level pre-market. It would surprise me if the bulls take it out easily. Take a look at this, guys. At 7:47 a.m. pre-market, with the SPY pretty much trading pre-market at all-time highs, I warned the members of my Patreon and Discord, for that matter, in English, that $670.40 was an important level of potential overhead resistance. And I also said it would surprise me if the bulls take it out easily. Let's go see what happened pre-market, guys. So I made that comment over here. I'm gonna draw a line. So it was like It was 7:47 a.m. Okay. Bear with me here, guys, because this is important what I am about to tell you. Okay. So at 7:47 a.m. let me show you guys. So I made that comment here, guys. Look, 7:47 a.m. here. Let me see. Okay. So I posted that comment in the Discord pre-market over here. Take a look at the highest level, guys, that the SPY reached today before it started to go down, because we closed the trading session below the opening price or the opening range of the SPY. I should say opening price. Take a look at the high. $670.67. Take a look at the high. The SPY, I'm not going to say that collapsed, but it definitely went down in a very noticeable way right from the level that I called out over here. And there's a method to the madness, guys. So bear with me here, okay? Look, let's go back to our Discord. I said $670.40 is a potential level of overhead resistance, and it would surprise me if the bulls take it out easily. Take a look at this now. Where did I get this number from, guys? You may ask. So, you should know, and this is something that the members of both of my patrons know to the penny, that the SPY tracks the S&P 500. So, the S&P 500 has a cash index, which ticker symbol is the SPX. So check this out. And this is a level that I've been discussing with the members of my Discord since pretty much 2 weeks ago. So this is the cash index of the S&P 500. This information that I am about to show you guys matters. And it matters a lot. So take a look at this trend line. here in red. Look at this. Let me pull up here a weekly chart of the SPX. Look. So, what you guys trade on a constant basis, which is the SPY, because most of you guys love trading the SPY with either calls or puts, is simply tracking this gentleman in front of you. Every single trade that you take with the SPY comes from here. Did you know that? And I've been pounding on the table since forever ago to anyone that is actively trading the SPY to understand and get familiar with the cash index of the S&P 500, the SPX. Because the instrument that you guys are trading, which is the SPY, is tracking this guy over here. Take a look at this trend line, guys. This is a trend line that comes from 2018. It coincides with the SPY back in late 2021. And take a look at the level that the SPX, or it coincides with the SPX. It is pretty much the same thing, guys, because the SPY tracks the SPX. So let me zoom in here once again. Take a look. It matches the price action of the S&P 500 back in 2021. And take a look at this, guys. I cannot be making this up. We are making a test to the penny of this trend line that comes from 2018. This is important. This matters. That's why I warned the members of my Discord earlier on today at 7:47 a.m. that I would have been surprised if the bulls would have been able to take this out, or to take this level out easily. $670.40. And if we pull up a 1-day, 1-minute chart of the SPY, what did happen? They failed right up there, guys. Look. This is the SPX. Let me change the ticker. A SPY. Here it is. Look. To the penny. So, if we take a look at a 4-hour chart of the SPY, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this tape. Nothing. It's in an uptrend above all the moving averages. All of the moving averages are rising. So, according to this 4-hour chart, the SPY could be attracting more buyers into it. So we could keep going higher. It's possible. It's in the cards. And I could also say that it looks that this potential more upside scenario looks like the more likely thing to be about to happen in the case of the SPY. But I'm just curious about this level, guys, that today was signaling $670.40. So when I opened trades today, and I actually opened 3 trades, I was being very careful and I was being cautious because I don't want the rug to be pulled out right in front of my face, having a lot of positions running. So while we remain below this level, guys, $670.70, $671-ish, say, I would advise you to be careful and don't go all in if you're starting positions to the upside. This is just some kind of, I would say, awareness stuff. It's an important level. If the SPY is able to burst above $671 and starts closing candles, when I say closing candles, I'm talking about closing 2 or 3 trading sessions above that level, then how higher can we go? I don't know. You set the price. 672, 673, 675, 680. Anything could be possible. But below 670, 60, 671, I am being cautious. And mind you, guys, and again, I will re-emphasize this matter. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this technical chart. Nothing. Zero. It looks like the risk is to the upside. But below 671, I am being careful. That's it. It is a very good looking chart. I'm just being cautious. That's what I wanted to emphasize. Okay. So what's your Discord link? You have it available in the description box of this video. Yeah, or in the description box of this live stream. Yeah. Some of you guys are actually hanging out with me, let's just put it that way, in both servers, Christian's and mine as well. Most of you guys. Yeah. The advantage that I have, or that you guys would have if you join my Discord, aside from Christian's server, is the fact that in our Discord, since we are a small server, we didn't have many people in the Discord. I can answer any questions that you ask me during the trading sessions. Anything. Take a look. This is the main chat, and I am hanging out with you and answering questions on a real-time basis during the whole trading session. Take a look. So the guys are asking me about stocks, about technical shorts, about what do I think about the SPY or the VIX or whatever it is. So I pretty much started this Patreon in English so I could be in touch with you guys on a real-time basis. In the case of Christian's server, it's impossible, guys. We are like 40,000 people. It's impossible. Speaking of, let me go to Christian's. Let me go to the server of my good friend Christian. Take a look at some callouts, guys, that I made, or that I have made during the week. What about Pfizer yesterday, guys? Did anyone follow this trade? Take a look. This was yesterday, guys. 8:41 a.m. I told you. At 9:17 a.m. before the trading session opened. So keep an eye on my callouts in Christian's Discord. I told you guys, I am keeping an eye on Pfizer today. There is a huge buying imbalance pre-market in favor of Pfizer. This was yesterday at 9:17 a.m. And I told you, because for the most part, guys, since I trade uptrends, most of the trades that I start and that I open are trades with uptrend in stocks, because I like to. I mean, if I go long, of course, right? If I get puts of a stock, that implies that that technical short is showing a situation of weakness, right? From a technical standpoint. But for the most part, guys, when I start a trade, I want to see buyers recapturing and closing candles and being able to consolidate above a previous level of resistance. That's like my favorite setup. I am not really a buyer of the dip, and I do it, of course. Of course, I buy dips. Today we actually started a trade on IBM buying the dip, but for the most part, most of my trades take place when I see buyers showing strength. And this is a perfect case. Take a look. So I told you guys at 9:33 a.m. I initially told you to keep an eye on $26. Look, if Pfizer consolidates above $26, at the open, the door opens for $27.20. Then we had a first test, an initial test of $26 right at the open, and it was an unsuccessful test. I told you guys, Pfizer just failed at $26. It's a very important level. Still keeping an eye on it, I said. Take a look at the time, 9:33 a.m. There goes Pfizer again, guys. If 26 acts as support, more buyers, I missed the word here, more buyers could step in. Let's go see what happened in the case of Pfizer yesterday, guys. Let's go see. PFE, look at this. Take a look at my idea, the idea that I had behind this trade. 5 day, 5 minute. This is yesterday's trading session. Let's draw a line at $26. Take a look, guys. So this is the level that I was telling you guys to keep an eye on yesterday. $26. And I told you, if buyers can bring price or can push price above $26, the door opens for what level did I say? Look, $26.20, I think. 27, sorry, that is. Here it is. Okay, take a look. If Pfizer consolidates above $26, at the open, the door opens for $27.20. This is exactly what happened, guys. I cannot make this up. Look, buyers, recaptured, or Pfizer recaptured $26, and take a look at the gap that they filled, up to $27.42. to the penny, guys. And today, for my Chris Saints gang, what did I tell you? Take a look at this. ACLO, and you guys love this stock. Oh, you guys love ACLO. I told you guys about ACLO on Monday. And then I told you today, take a look. I shared a screenshot from last Monday. Take a look at the screenshot. I told you, keep an eye on ACLO, guys. Above $120, that opens for $125. I'm still keeping an eye on Intel, and this is another stock that has gone on a tear, right? Look. So today I reminded you, look, about ACLO. So I reminded you about ACLO. Let me see. This call out still stands, guys. Same schematics. Closing candles above 120. Time to take profits on ACLO, guys. That's a $7 creep. Take a look at the time, guys. 9:38 a.m. Let's go see ACLO here. 1 day, 1 minute. And let's see what happened with ACLO. Look. This was today's call out. I mean, I cannot make this up, guys. Let me draw a line at $120. Take a look at this. Do you think this was a good call out? My dear guys of Chris Saints server, Discord, take a look at this. The second buyers recaptured $120, this technical short turned into a magnet for buyers. So this is a technical setup that I am typically looking for. Buyers showing strength. Show me the money. Show me strength. Spot on, guys. Yeah, it was a good call out, guys. And the same thing goes in the case of Pfizer yesterday. So yeah, keep an eye on my call outs, guys. And again, I just wanted to explain to you better the way that I am thinking about a potential trade. Let's just put it that way. I want to see buyers showing strength. And typically, guys, when I buy the dip, I don't really buy the dip. I buy strength after the dip. Yep. So, yeah. Okay, what individual stocks you want me to go over? Let me see. Let me scan the live chat. Yeah, let's talk about Tessie, guys. Why not? Let's go over Tessie. Yeah. Did you guys cancel your Netflix subscription? Because Elon is telling you to cancel your Netflix subscription. Did anyone cancel Netflix? I don't know. I'm asking. Fuck Elon, guys. Okay. Tesla went down today 5% and it closed the trading session at $436. So this was a typical buy the rumor, sell the news. So apparently, and I mean that's what I think was the case. So deliveries came out better than expected. So sales went up 7% year over year, I think, or something like that. Nothing crazy taking into account the valuation of this company. Oh, by the way, I got my new Model 3 last week. So one of those deliveries was was me. Yeah, I am a big fan of the company. I am not a big fan of the stock. I got my new Model 3 last week, was it? When was it, Mati? I don't know, last week or the week before that or something like that. A very nice car, by the way. Yeah, I love my vehicle. So this was a buy the rumor, sell the news. The markets already knew that deliveries were likely to come out better than expected. That's it. Take a look. They sold the news. I think that since we got quote unquote good news about the deliveries on Q3, correct? I think this dip gets bought up. I think so. So in the meantime, and this is a stock that Oh, by the way, guys, I am hanging out with the members of my Discord, but they are very shy. Look, I am about to expose them. Take a look. These are some members of my Discord in Spanish: Clint, Felicia, and Merlat. Who else is here? But they are too shy to speak. Come on, guys, say something. Clint, Felicia. Don't you guys want to be in a YouTube video? They are very shy. I mean, it is what it is. But I am hanging out in our voice chat with some members of our Discord in English. Okay. I already exposed them, so okay. So I was being asked about Tessie today. Someone wanted to buy puts. Let me see if I can find the information that I posted. Let me see. This is CD. Take a look. It gotta be somewhere around here. I mean, I don't find it. Is this Tessie? No. So whatever. Let me go back here to the 4-hour chart. I think this dip gets bought up. So I would advise to you to do what I just told you about. What I just said, guys. Don't buy the dip. Buy strength after the dip. So this white line that you're seeing over here is none other than the 5-day moving average, the 5 DMA. I use the 5-day moving average as a gauge in order to try to determine who is in control of minor time frames. Because, on any given stock, we have buyers and sellers. So as of now, and you can obviously confirm, taking a look at the technical, taking a look at a 1-day 1-minute chart of Tesla. Today, Tesla in minor time frames was under the control of sellers. Take a look. Lower highs, lower lows. So the stock went down pretty much all day long. So what would be a potential sign of buyers stepping in this technical chart? A recapture and potential consolidation above the 5-day moving average, $444. This is a stock that I am going to be keeping an eye on tomorrow, guys, because I think the dip gets bought up. I don't know if the dip is going to be bought up right away. Otherwise, I would be buying shares of Tesla today. So I don't know if that is going to be the case. And on top of that, the SPY is trading at all-time highs, and we are right below the trend line that comes from 2018. So I already told you guys that I'm being cautious at the current levels. But in regular market conditions, Tessie takes out tomorrow 445, and I am likely going long here, guys. So the news got sold today, very obviously, because this thing collapsed. How many dollars, guys? It went down, I don't know, like from the high to the low, it went down, how many? What? It was almost $50. But finally, guys, after a tsunami of bad news, we finally got good news about Tessie. Because mind you, this is a car manufacturer. Some people say, no, but Tesla is the future, bro. This is a tech company, bro. And Tesla to the moon, bro. And Optimus Prime, bro. And full self-driving, bro. This is a car manufacturer. 85% of the revenue that this company makes comes from auto sales. And finally, after I don't know how many quarters, vehicle sales have started to pick up. So this is good news, guys. I think this dip gets bought up. Tessie takes out 444, and I am likely a buyer of Tesla over here. Let me pull up here a 4-hour chart. So we had a nasty rejection, and you have to be careful. So you need to wait until buyers step in and start acting as, or start producing demand for Tesla shares. Say that we see a test of this 5 DMA, of this 5-day moving average, and let's say that test is an unsuccessful test. How lower could Tessie be going? I mean, if Tesla keeps going down, guys, I would be curious about this 20 DMA, 20-day moving average at $408. Take a look in pink. When I say the 20-day moving average, I am talking about this pink line. Take a look at the slope of this 20 DMA. It is rising. And this is and I guess that I must be sounding like a broken record, especially for the members of my Discord. You need to keep an eye on the slope of the moving averages. This is very important, guys. Super important. When a moving average is rising and we see a stock going down, that moving average could be potentially pushing price up. This matters. So say that, I don't know, Tesla gets killed tomorrow once again, and we see a test of this rising 20 DMA, which, by the way, happens to coincide with a previous level of support for Tesla back from mid-September. I would be curious about buying the dip down there. 410, ideally, and I already told you this, I am, for the most part, a momentum trader. So I like to start positions when I see buyers showing strength or bursting above potential levels of resistance and being able to consolidate above that levels. Ideally, I am a buyer above 444. But I would be curious about Tessie paying a visit down to $410. And I think, I could be mistaken, and I never speak in absolute terms about this business, this dip gets bought up. I think this company, despite the fact that its most recent commercial execution is horrible, I think Tessie is headed to all-time highs. I think so, yeah. I think it's because of the credit, because of whatever max factor. They always find a reason to justify bad news for Tessie. Always. This is a cold stock. You can make a case, this is because of the credit, the EV credits that are expiring in late September. By the way, I took advantage of the EV incentive that is now gone, of course, when I got the new vehicle. But so go figure, guys. This is stock. Take a look at this. With only bad news coming out, Tessie is up. Take a look at this. 111% from the April low. With only bad news coming out. With sales collapsing all over the place. And now we finally have delivery growth year over year. This dip gets bought up, guys, in my opinion. I would say, I would give it a 95% probability. By the way, let's go see the market structure of Tessie. So let's go see what the demand and the supply is looking like for Tessie. Tesla Motors. Take a look, Tesla Motors. I guess that at some point, or I don't know, sooner rather than later, Elon is going to be changing the name of the company. It's going to be Tesla AI. It sounds good, right? Tesla Motors. This is a car manufacturer. This is a car manufacturer. It's going to be Tesla AI. I like it. And when that happens, the stock goes up $100 more. Yeah, to the moon, bruh. This is the future, bruh. So the market structure doesn't look good. This is a market structure chart. What you guys can see on top is the demand or buyers. And at the bottom, you can see the supply. The market structure isn't looking good. Take a look. The demand is going down. And but the supply is also going down. But you never want to see the demand of a stock going down. So this is the market structure of Tessie, guys. So the imbalance that we have between the demand and the supply was kind of letting us know that once the delivery numbers came out, a buy the rumor, sell the news phenomenon could unfold. And that's exactly what happened. So the market structure doesn't look good. The demand is going down. So Tessie might not recapture this 5 DMA at 444. If it happens, if $444 starts to act as support, I might give it a shot. But maybe we have a test of the 20 DMA coming up for $111. I would also might be a buyer down there. Yep. So, and there goes your Tesla analysis. And do you like it, guys? Instead of Tesla Motors, would you prefer seeing like Tesla AI? Wow. The day that happens, guys, I don't know why Elon hasn't changed the name of the company. Tesla AI. Jesus Christ. That day, stock goes up $150 to the moon, bruh. All-time highs. Okay, let me see. What other stock you want me to go over? Let's go over. Oh, Netflix. That's a good one. Yeah. So, okay, after this one, let's go over Netflix. By the way, guys, I have a conspiracy theory. Nah, this is not even a conspiracy theory. This is an idea. I have a trading idea, and I could be mistaken. And if that is the case, you can and hold me accountable for that. So Netflix is reporting earnings. Let me see. And as far as I can see, no one canceled their Netflix subscription, right? Because Elon doesn't want us to watch Netflix anymore. So look, Netflix reports earnings, guys, on October 21st. In how many days? That's like 19 days. So this is a company that lately, and unlike Tesla, has shown a very impressive commercial execution. Impressive. Revenue growth, earnings, free cash flow, and so forth. I think that we might see a front-running type of situation into the report. I'm thinking. And by the way, guys, in our Discord, we post on a daily basis unusual options alerts. Most of these alerts do work out. Take a look at the unusual call option alert that we got today, guys. Precisely on Netflix. So yesterday, someone invested $2.1 million on call options of Netflix expiring on November 21st with a strike of $1,200. Do you think that the institution that put $2.1 million on the table in favor of Netflix, with this company reporting earnings in 19 days, doesn't have a high conviction that Netflix will kill it on the upcoming earnings report? What do you think? I would also say that these guys already had access to the earnings report. This could be an insider trading. This could be an insider trading type of situation. So I'm thinking that we could see that despite the fact that the chart looks ugly. Take a look. A very ugly looking chart. Netflix is trading below the 100-day moving average, the 20, the 50, the 5 DMAs downward sloping. Despite the fact that the technical chart doesn't look good, I think that we could see a front running into the print, into the upcoming earnings report. So I have an interesting level to show you. Let me pull up here an anchor VWAP, an anchored volume weighted average price line. In the case of Netflix, that comes from where? Take a look at this level, guys. This is very interesting stuff. Take a look at this AVWAP. So this is an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the lowest level that Netflix reached back in early April. So back in April, when we had the tariffs fiasco, Netflix went down to $822. So the average market participant that started positions on Netflix back in early April at $120, $122, has an average price as of now of $1,153. Take a look at the level that Netflix found support at today, guys. $1,158. So these market participants that were having very nice gains when Netflix went up to $1,333 back in late June, today, most of them defended price. They didn't capitulate. So this is an interesting level for Netflix, guys. On top of that, this anchor VWAP that comes from that April low is coinciding with a previous level of support for Netflix back from early August at around $1,150. So I'm thinking, guys, that if the bulls of Netflix can hold that level, that anchor VWAP as support, which is actually what happened today, and more importantly, if they can recapture $174, which is a previous level of support back from mid-September, we could see buyers maybe starting to step in here. under the premise that the upcoming earnings report of Netflix could be coming out way better than expected, which is what has occurred during the last, I don't know, like 4 earnings report of Netflix. So this is like some sort of bullish case that I would be putting on the table. You got to be careful because the technical chart looks ugly and very ugly. And I would say that, or I would rule out any attempt of doing a front running into the upcoming earnings report if Netflix gives up this rising 200-day moving average at $1,100. If $1,100 breaks to the downside, then forget it. There's no front running into the earnings report. But it is an interesting stock, taking into account that this company has been killing it from a commercial standpoint. And take a look at these guys. Netflix, despite the fact that, again, the company has been killing it, they've been reporting like way better than expected earnings reports. The stock is down 16% of its most recent all-time highs. It is an interesting situation, the one that is going on in the case of Netflix. Let me pull up here the market structure of NFLX. Let's go see. Look, the demand is flat. It isn't rising, but it isn't going down either. And the supply is trying to rise. It is trying to go up, but it's below this dotted line that I am pointing out with my mouse, which is the average supply. So we have like some sort of a tie in terms of demand and supply. So keep an eye on NFLX. And if it goes up way higher into the earnings report, you can say like, wow, Alvaro was right. It was a very ugly looking chart, but we did see a front running into the earnings report. There you go. Guys, I want to go over this stock. USAR. This thing has been going ballistic. Take a look at this. So USAR, or USA Rare Earth, went up today 23%. Freaking believable. On one single trading session. So this stock closed today's trading session at $22.71. Speaking of our unusual options alerts, take a look at one of the alerts that we got today pre-market, guys. Let me see if I can take a screenshot here. Yeah, I can. Take a look at these guys. Take a look at this. One of the unusual call options alerts that the members of our Discord were notified before the trading session opened was USAR. I can make this up. Many of the guys in our Discord follow this alert. So it turns out that yesterday, an institution, of course, invested $925 on call options of USAR expiring on December 19th with a strike of $20. These guys really got away with it. They forced a super gamma squeeze to the penny, guys. Take a look at what happened today with USAR. Look. So the stock opened the trading session right at the 5 DMA at $18.62. And the rest is history, guys. This stock went ballistic. Up today 23%. And it is actually going higher after hours. Unbelievable. So I wouldn't be chasing it here. This stock has very good momentum because, you know, our current administration in the U.S. is interested in rare earth. And actually the former administration was also interested in this kind of stuff. So it went ballistic. The stock has very good momentum. It is a bit extended here. Take a look. So as of now, by the way, guys, and I always say this during my live streams or in my live streams, let's say that the idea or the method, I should say the method that I use in order to try to determine if a stock is overextended, quote unquote overextended, to either the upside or the downside is this guy over here, guys. The 20-day moving average in pink. So when I see a stock that is either below or above its 20-day moving average more than 20%, I kind of think that we are in front of an overextension. So I am careful. So I am not going to be buying puts of a stock that is lower relative to its 20-day moving average, more than 20%, and I am not going to be buying calls of a stock that is higher or more, is 20% higher or more relative to its 20-day moving average. So as of now, U.S. rare earth is above its 20-day moving average by 32%. It's extended. Very extended. So this was a very good alert. Let me pull up here. Take a look. It is a brand new all-time highs. The fact that this stock is trading at all-time highs doesn't imply that this this stock cannot keep going higher. But of course, I am not chasing it here. I would be waiting for a pullback. Most of these stocks, lithium stocks, rare earth stocks, have very good market momentum as of now. So in case of a pullback, I think that the dip gets bought up, guys. More likely than not, I would be interested in seeing a potential retest of this previous resistance at $20. $20 is also a fat number. So despite the fact that the stock went ballistic today, and I actually didn't take this trade, and of course, I am not chasing this stock at these levels, but I would be interested in buying a pullback here, maybe down to $20. And of course, if this stock went up today 20%, it could go down today 20% as well. You never know. So this is a very volatile stock. So if we happen to see $20 on USAR, I might be interested in buying the dip here. So this was a super monster today, guys. One of the best performing stocks out there today by far, right? Unbelievable. Up 23% on one single trading session. Impressive. Very impressive. Yeah. You guys are asking about Sofi. Let's go over Sofi, my blow file. Let's go see. So, up today, 0.82% and closing the trading session at $25.97. Guys, most of the financial stocks out there, or we can also say banking related stocks out there have been going down. Maybe that has to do with the shutdown of the government. So supposedly, if the shutdown lasts too long, 20 days, 30 days, 1 month, I don't know, they will eventually figure it out, of course, as they usually do. But if the shutdown lasts too long, then federal workers start to decrease their spending, right? So they spend less, so the banks could be making less money. So that's kind of the logic behind the pullback that we are seeing in most financial related stocks out there. Take a look. So in the case of Sofi, so Sofi is, let me see, it is 18% off its most recent all-time highs. So pretty much in a bear market. But take a look, guys. So let's go see some banks. Take a look at JP Morgan, the largest bank in the world. What is going on in the case of JP Morgan? Also going down. So there is like some sort of narrative that says that if the shutdown keeps going, federal workers will be decreasing their spending, and that could be kind of affecting in a negative way most bank stocks out there. So that is, for the most part, if you want to look for a reason for Sofi to be going down, we can, I don't know, maybe put that theory on the table. At the end of the day, only price action matters, of course, or counts. So most bank stocks are going down. Take a look at Citi, guys. Citigroup, take a look at this. Citigroup going down. Yeah. So in the case of Sofi, let's go see technologies. It broke the 20-day moving average and the 5 DMA to the downside. The 5 DMA is downward sloping. It is declining. So that is not a good sign in minor time frames. So I will tell you guys to wait until buyers step in here and show some strength by, say, recapturing the 20 DMA, the 20-day moving average, so above $27. And this is a stock that I was actually telling my guys of Christian's server about today, right? For Sofi. So we have the 5 DMA at $27, and at $27.30 we have the 20-day moving average. So wait until buyers step in, show some strength, recapture 2 important moving averages such as the 20 and the 5. So Sofi maybe closing candles above $27 could be attracting buyers into it, and we could see more upside here. I would also be curious about a potential test of this green line. This is the 50-day moving average in pink. It is rising. It is also coinciding with a previous level of support and resistance back from late August. So this could be another potential spot, another potential level from which Sofi could be bouncing back up. And mind you, if that 50 DMA breaks, you have to stay away from Sofi, because that could be very negative in the most immediate term. Let's just put it that way. So that 50-day moving average is coinciding with $25. $25 is a previous level of support and resistance. Sofi could be bouncing back up from that level. And ideally, wait until buyers show strength. They could also show strength by bouncing off this rising 50 DMA. But if the 5 DMA and the 20 and the 20 DMA are recaptured, and you guys happen to see Sofi closing candles above $27, that would be like more bullish than bouncing off the 50 DMA. Because if that were the case, Sofi would be trading above all the moving averages, and that situation could be attracting more buyers into this technical short. I would be curious about an anchor VWAP from all-time highs for Sofi. Let's go see. What is my trading view? Here it is. Let's go see Sofi here. Okay. Sofi, my BlowFi. What do we see here? Let's go see. So I am going to display an anchor VWAP from all-time highs. So Sofi went up to $30 back on September 22nd. So that's the current all-time highs for Sofi. If we take a look at an anchor VWAP from all-time highs, we get an average price of $27.37. So that anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs, for the most part, represents the most important potential overhead resistance level for Sofi. It is a potential supply zone because we have some buyers trapped with unrealized losses at $27.37. So $27.37 is a level that is pretty much coinciding with the 20-day moving average in pink that I just told you guys about. So above $27.30, and if we happen to see Sofi consolidating above that level, the upside potential here could be huge, guys. So from $27 up to all-time highs, we're looking at an 11% potential profit trade. I would be very constructive about Sofi above $27.30-ish. And if the 50 DMA breaks to the downside, we could see more downwards pressure here. So you would have to reconsider maybe starting a position in Sofi. Let me see. Let me see, guys, because 53 minutes in. So what other stock you want me to go over? Let me see. I have a lot of requests here. We already did Tessie. Let's see. You guys are asking about Opendoor. Let's go see Opendoor. Hold on, guys. In the case of Opendoor, aside from the technical short, guys, and I've been warning you about this, I take a look at the options market. This stock is basically going up under a gamma squeeze. So, yeah, of course. I mean, I have traded this ticker on and off recently. And of course, I do it based on potential levels of support or resistance. But you have to take a look at the IV rank and at the IV percentile. We'll take a look at that. So Open went down today 0.62%, and it closed the trading session at $8. So What do we have here? I was actually taking. I was actually keeping an eye on Open today, guys, because it is making a test of the 20-day moving average and at the same time making a test of the 5 DMA as well. Take a look. The 20 in pink, the 5 in white. So we have a potential resistance zone between $8.30, which is a level that coincides with the 20-day moving average, and the 5 DMA, which is signaling as of now $8.20. If Opendoor could burst above this level, and if this stock can consolidate above that level, maybe we could see buyers being attracted into this technical short, and we have a lot of potential upside here, guys. $9.26, $10.67. So I would be a bit constructive in the case of Opendoor if we see consolidation above $8.30. Let me show you something, and this is something that I always tell you guys about when analyzing Opendoor. Take a look at this. So, in the case of Opendoor, so these are the hottest tables in the big casino today. What is the big casino, guys? For us as traders and for us as market participants. When I say the big casino, what am I talking about here? What do you think? Options, of course. The market, yeah. I mean, also. Sash Bank, yeah. Volume, Natalie. No. When I say the big casino, this is a term that I probably invented, that I came up with. I am talking about the options market. Needless to say, I mean, most of you guys are a bunch of gamblers. Yeah. If you buy calls, you buy daily options and weekly options. That is gambling, guys. That isn't trading. I'm sorry. Yeah, the other day, guys, I don't know. I told you guys about a stock. I don't remember the ticker. And I got a DM from one of you guys from the Crescent's gang. And that guy got like 5 calls that were expiring the next day. Yeah. He's not a trader. He's a gambler. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I am usually very honest with you. If you buy daily options and weekly options with a small portfolio, and when I say a small portfolio, guys, I'm talking a portfolio which total value is below 25K, you're a gambler. Yeah. But well, that's a topic for another live stream. But whatever, it is what it is. It's okay. Okay. So here it is, guys. Opendoor. Take a look. So today, in the case of Opendoor, we had 685,000 contracts traded, and 80% of those contracts were call options. A very bullish flow. Take a look at this. But mind you, this is the most important aspect of analyzing the big casino. You have to take a look at the IV rank and also at the IV percentile. So in the case of Opendoor, which was once again among the hottest tables in the casino, take a look at this. The IV rank is at 11%, guys. That implies that during the last 12 months, Opendoor's options, both calls and puts, were more expensive than today only 11% of the time. So that implies that in relative terms, both calls and puts, as of now, are not very expensive. But what is the trend of the stock, guys? Look, if you take a look at a 4-hour chart, the stock is going up. So we are seeing sellers stepping in, but Opendoor consolidates above the 20-day moving average, and it would be pretty much trading above all the moving averages. So this is still an interesting looking chart. So the IV rank is letting us know that the bunch of gamblers that are giving rise to this massive gamma squeeze in the case of Opendoor, don't see very expensive options as of now in the case of Opendoor. So that's a mechanical ingredient that could allow this gamma squeeze to keep going. And take a look at the IV percentile, say 52%. That implies, guys, so the IV percentile is basically the percentage of days with the implied volatility closing below the current implied volatility over the last 12 months. 52%. It isn't very high. So when I trade up Opendoor, and this is something that the members of both of my patrons know to the penny, I have to mix the technical short with the mechanics, because this stock is under a biblical gamma squeeze. So the IV percentile is at 52%. It isn't very high. And take a look at the IV rank, 11%. Again, so options, both calls and puts, have been more expensive than today, only 11% of the time. So call options, which is the take a look at the flow, 80% of the contracts of Opendoor that we traded today were calls. This is the predominant trade. It's not very expensive. This thing consolidates above this 20 and this 5 DMA, or closest candles above $8.50, and I think that we have that potentially we can see another leg up for Opendoor. Below these two moving averages, so below 830, I don't know. I would be interested in maybe lower prices, maybe $7, previous level of support. But again, guys, in the case of Opendoor, this is the most important factor. IV rank, or these are the most important factors, IV rank and IV percentile. You need to get familiar with this. Guys, sometimes stocks go up or down, that is, of course, as well, because of technicals, because of news. Because sometimes, or I would say that more often than not, news drive price. Sometimes because of an earnings report, sometimes because of fundamentals or whatever it is. But oftentimes we see movements in many stocks based on mechanical factors, options. And in the case of Opendoor, if you're actively trading the sticker, you need to keep an eye on this. IV rank and IV percentile. So give me Opendoor, consolidating potentially above $8.30, and I am likely a buyer here once again. Yeah, or maybe $7. We'll see. Let me see. I'm curious about the market structure of Opendoor. Let's go see what the supply and the demand looks like. Opendoor, technologies, and ta-da! Take a look. The market structure doesn't look good. So the demand was through the roof, and now the demand is pretty much collapsing, and the supply is going up. So this is a very concerning market structure short for Opendoor. We have to be careful. So after having seen this market structure, guys, I am no longer a buyer of a pullback down to $7. I need to see buyers stepping in, showing strength, and having this gamma squeeze keep going. So give me Opendoor above $8.30. When I reconcile, guys, a market structure short with a technical short, or I should say market structure short that doesn't look good, such as this one, with the demand going down and the supply rising, so like more buyers and sellers in minor time frames, I need to see the technical short showing strength. I need to see, for me, in order to go long open here, I need to see buyers consolidating or being able to consolidate above $8.35. There you go. So we are, let me see, an hour and 4 minutes in. Have you guys liked this live stream so far? Hey, let's go see AMD before I wrap it up. So I went over AMD yesterday, guys. I was hanging out with the members of my Discord in English during the trading session. And we were reviewing some technical charts, and I told them, keep an eye on AMD above $167. Do you guys remember? Let me see. The guys of my guys of the Discord in English, you should remember, we reviewed this stock. And I told you, keep an eye on this level. This is a critical level for AMD, guys. Look here. Why is it? Well, because at $166, guys, we have the 50-day moving average in green. Take a look. This is the 50 DMA. So, by the way, and I forgot to mention this, AMD went up today for how much? 3.49%, and it closed the trading session at $169.73. So AMD today was able to burst above the 50-day moving average, which again is signaling $166. But check this out, guys. That 50 DMA that is signaling $166 is coinciding as of now with this guy over here. Take a look. Let me pull up an anchor VWAP that comes from the most recent 52-week high of AMD. Look. Take a look at this. So this is an anchor VWAP, this blue line that I am pointing out with my mouse. This is an AVWAP that comes from all-time highs, from the most recent 52-week high of AMD. So AMD went up to $186 back on August 13th. So the average market participant that started a position on AMD back on August 13th has an average price as of now of $165. So that anchor VWAP is coinciding with this 50 DMA at $165. AMD, guys, here as of now, and as long as this stock can sustain price above $165, could be off to the races. Keep an eye on $165. Above $165, what are we looking at, guys? 175, 185, why not? Yeah, I'm starting to feel very bullish on AMD. This is very positive, trading above all the moving averages. The 5 DMA is starting to rise. So, yeah, this is a very good looking chart. Let me see, by the way, what is the market structure of AMD looking like? Let's go see AMD. Advanced Micro Devices. So, take a look. Demand on top, supply at the bottom. The demand is flat. It isn't rising, but it isn't going down either. And the supply is actually going down, guys. More buyers than sellers in minor time frames. This is a very good looking chart, guys. Keep an eye on AMD, or maybe we could see a retest of that level, which was acting as resistance. Take a look. So AMD had a hard time trying to burst above $165. So now what was resistance before could start to act as support. Maybe we could see a retest of $165. If that level acts now as support instead of resistance, then we could see AMD bouncing off that level. Yeah, it is an interesting technical chart for sure. And I can do another one. I'm past an hour, so let's go see Amazon, guys. Well, I'm getting a lot of requests about it, about amazing Amazon. So up today, 0.81%, closed the trading session at $222.41. Not a good looking chart, guys, because amazing Amazon, as the enemy says, is trading below the 20 on the 50-day moving average, 20 in pink, 50 in green. But look, what I've been telling you, the 200 DMA, take a look at the slope of the 200 DMA. It is rising. So it is potentially pushing price up. And we almost saw a test of this 200 DMA in red back on September 25th and back on, this was October 1st. Let's take a look. We did not even see the test. So buyers stepped in a bit before Amazon made a test of this 200 DMA. So we can tell that we had a bunch of market participants expecting a test of the 200 DMA. And they are so interested in Amazon that they did not even let Amazon made an actual test of that 200-day moving average. So that's in and of itself positive. Okay. Amazon is consolidating above the 5 DMA, which was recaptured by the bulls. It was broken to the downside recently, back on September 30th. It was recaptured, and at the same time, the bulls also recaptured this blue line. This is the 100 DMA, the 100-day moving average. So as of now, Amazon is doing something interesting, a bit eye-catching, consolidating above the 200, the 100, and the 5 DMA. So a potential process of consolidation of Amazon above $220 could open the door for a potential test of the 50 DMA at $226. Look at how this 50 DMA is pretty much coinciding with the 20-day moving average. We're talking about a $1 zone between 226, 227, $226 is a previous level of support back from mid-September. So this could be a potential trade to the upside, guys, from 221 up to 227-ish. Could be a potential trade to the upside here. 2.50% potential trade to the upside. If Amazon pulls back, the markets as a whole collapse or whatever it is, and this 200 DMA breaks to the downside, $214, that's a line in the sand, okay? Keep that in mind. Let's go see the market structure of Amazon, and I am also curious about the buyers that could be potentially trapped from the most recent all-time highs, or from the most recent high that Amazon made a few weeks ago, by the way, or a few months ago. Look, the market structure of Amazon doesn't look good. Be careful here. Look, the demand is going down and the supply isn't going up, but the level of the supply is higher relative to the level of the demand, and the demand is going down in a very noticeable way. So it is super important for Amazon to be able to sustain price above the 200 DMA. 200-day moving average, which is signaling as of now $215. And consolidating above 220, maybe we could see a test of 227. It's possible. It's in the cards. And let me see an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs for Amazon. Okay, here it is. AMD, Amazon, AMZN. So now, an anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. So all-time highs for Amazon, guys, was or is $241 back from early February. If we display an anchor VWAP from this most recent high from 238, so Amazon went up to $238 back on September 9th, we get an average price of $225. Go figure. Take a look. So from a very short-term standpoint, we can make a case that at $225, we have some buyers trapped at that level, $225. So that reinforces my idea, guys, that if Amazon can sustain price above the 100 and the 5 DMA, that the convergence of those two moving averages, which as of now at coinciding at $220, that opens for a test of the 50 DMA that is pretty much coincided with the 20 at $226. But those two moving averages, the 50 and the 20, are also coinciding with these buyers that are trapped at $226. So $226, $227 could be a tough level for the bulls. So if I were long, if I go long Amazon above 220, I would be locking in the profit at around $226. And it would be good night Irene for Amazon if this 200 DMA breaks to the downside at $214 per share. And let's call it a day, guys. I gotta go. It's been a long day here. I still have some stuff to do. I have a meeting with my friends of Chris Saint's server in 30 minutes, by the way. I have to get together with Isaiah, with Alpha Trader, with Curris, with Mario. Yeah. So it's been a long day, guys. But do you know what? Once I'm done working today, I am grabbing a beer. So that's a good news. Yeah. Thank you, guys. So to all of you, the members of my Discord, the members of Chris Saint's gang, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's no jobs report tomorrow because we have the government shut down. So, whatever. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. You have a fantastic rest of your day. God bless you all. And I will see you guys in both Discords. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks. Bye.